Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to Be Mindful. In today's meditation, the request was to do some sort of meditation that would help when we're trying to focus on one thing in particular, and all these thoughts come, and wanting to release those thoughts. Um, and I think the person who requested it was asking how to kind of get rid of them. And my philosophy, if you've been watching me for any time at all, is that we can't necessarily make them go away, right? But we can help them to fade into the background so that we can focus on what it is we're trying to do or consider or think about. So join me in this and we'll see where it heads. Let's get started. All right, so as we get started, I always like to encourage you to move in whatever way would be comfortable as you work your way into a meditative posture that suits you. Becoming present to this space that we occupy. Sometimes closing our eyes can make that easier to do. We sort of shut out that visual stimulation, which allows us to use our other senses. But it's okay to have your eyes open too. We can be mindful with our eyes open or closed. Settling into a posture that allows you to be both alert and relaxed without being overly rigid. And using our physical senses to become aware of what's happening in this moment. You can decide which senses are most present for you now, whether that's sound or smell or physical touch, what you can feel with your body. Sensing the support of the ground or the chair or whatever it is that your body is touching. And as we attempt to use our senses in this way, our minds are usually engaged too. And for this meditation, we're actually going to invite thought. So the focus of attention is our thoughts. So we're shifting from these physical senses to cognition, to what our mind does, what our mind produces. And for a little while, maybe just let the thoughts come and go. But don't just think, also observe the thinking. Right? So there's this part of the mind that produces the thought. And then there's this other part of you that can watch and observe and allow the thoughts to be just what they are. So we're not getting lost in thought. We're thinking with some intention. And as thoughts arise, You might try a technique called noting or naming, where you describe the thought for yourself with a single word or phrase, and then allow it to move as it will. In a sense, we're categorizing our thoughts. Not judging them. There aren't good or bad thoughts, they're just thoughts. And not engaging with the content of the thought or following it along its path, but just getting a gist of what the thought is about. And if we think of our attention or our focus as a source of light, this activity we've been watching has been done with the lights on, with the room that we're working in fully lit. Everything is visible. And that can be overwhelming at times because we have a tendency to try to focus on everything. And one of the benefits of mindfulness is this ability to narrow the focus, to bring the focus in with intention on some particular aspect of our awareness. It's as if we go from floodlights from a fully lit room to a spotlight. Where we're pulling in the field of view to a particular area. And I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to encourage you to shine your spotlight, your flashlight, on a particular thought. Find something that's important to you that you want to explore with your mind, knowing that there are so many thoughts you could work with. But maybe imagining that you're in a darkened room with your flashlight and picking one object to shine the flashlight on. Knowing that all the other objects are still in the room, but they have faded out of your awareness. So just like this visual effect of only being able to see what the flashlight is shining on, We can use the same skill with our minds. If you're having trouble picking a thought, just pick one and work with it. Allowing that one thought to be at the center of your focus, the object of your flashlight. If other thoughts begin to sneak in, or the light from the flashlight begins to widen, we just adjust it back and focus on that one thought that we really want to work with. We can choose to take a break from that focused attention and either widen the focus, right? Bring up the lights of the room to allow all of the thoughts to continue to swirl. Or we can bring that spotlight into our sensations and choose to focus on specific aspects of our physical experiencing. You can decide as we meditate what you want to shine your spotlight or flashlight on. As we approach the end of this time, I'll invite you to do a quick scan of your body and notice any areas of tightness. Feel free to move in a way that might ease any tension that you feel, allowing muscles to relax, wiggling fingers and toes. And if your eyes have been closed, you can open them and begin to take in visual stimulation. Thanks for joining me in that little experiment. I'm curious to hear what you got out of that. What was your experience? And what did you choose to focus on when I allowed you that opportunity to pick one thing and shine a light on it? How might you consider using light as a metaphor when you are trying to meditate in the future? If you're not already subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing that. A like is a great compliment, and I love to hear your experiences in the comments. So please share with me what that was like for you. Thanks for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.